Well, hello there, Commonwealth. This is Great Grandpa Gamer. I'm out at Sunshine Tidings, and we're building a treehouse today. I believe that's the biggest tree in the entire settlement. If you squint your eyes, you can see Abernathy Farm. You can see right over the dam. I tried to build a treehouse here like 3 different times. I hated every one of them. This is the one I stuck with. While I'm building, would you indulge me just for a moment, please? You see, y'all have made this old guy feel very special. And I am nobody special. But my friends, you've carried me over 1,000 subscriptions. That's a major milestone. And like I said, you've made me feel very special. To the wonderful folks who have stayed with me since the very beginning, who tolerated me, laughed at some of my silly humor, and to the folks who just joined the other day just to see where it's going next. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. This really means a lot to me. To have your faith and your trust that I'm not wasting your time. We're going to keep on pushing the boundaries of Fallout 4 and build as many different things as we can. Break as many rules as we can. Try to come up with brand new engineering feats that nobody has seen before. And I've been doing that since the beginning, friends. The other thing we do, and I say we're a group of friends here. There are quite a few of us. Go ahead and look in my description if you'd like to see some more of my friends. They have some awesome builds, or maybe they're scientists of the Fallout world. But they have helped me. They have taught me. And they've even learned a couple of things from me, because we share everything. So if this is your first time to my channel, welcome. Thank you for joining. I won't be doing this every time. I'm a get down to business kind of guy. But just today, thanks for your indulgence. And thank you so much for making me feel a little bit special, friends. So our treehouse here is going to have 3 different levels. I use those shack steps so that I can turn one of the floors, make it look crooked. I kind of like the way that looks a little bit better. Everything in Fallout is either straight up and down or, you know, at a right angle. So just turning it a little bit, it made it more attractive to me, but it posed a lot of challenges. I mean, when you turn something the way it's not supposed to go according to Fallout, you've got to fix it. So I did spend some time recovering, trying to make it work. But I think that's what I like to do. I don't like to be forced into the corner, and maybe you don't either. So it takes a little effort, but we're able to worm our way around, figure out a few things, and see if we can come up with something cool. And the lowest level. We got everything above the brambles. Yep, there's that shack foundation. It's not all the way on the ground. Normally I could snap one of these concrete pillars to it, but sometimes it's not as direct as I want it to be, and I have to go around the block to do it. You know, just snap a bunch of pieces until the one I need goes into place. And this is a little crooked. but it's wasteland. We'll keep it. Okay, there's the first landing. We'll use that colorful wall. We'll put a shack roof with the hole above it, because that's right where those steps are going upwards. It kind of made sense to me. As a matter of fact, some of these shack roofs made a lot more sense on this build than they have in any other build. I mean, you may be with me. Why build something with a holy roof? Especially if people are going to live there. But we're going to take advantage of those holes. That right there. I didn't like what I did. So, down to half a wall instead of a whole one. That thing off to the right. You'll see what I do with that in a moment. Okay, I spent a lot of time supporting this structure. The supports are both kind of dividers between sections and, you know, clearly functional. And I put the supports in places where they normally do not snap. I put them in the places where I wanted them to be, not where the game tells me I have to put them. There. So sometimes it's good to break the snapping by placing another object close to it, group selecting it, moving it where you need it. And here's our top level in progress. That's what I was talking about, those holy roofs. Perfect. Thank you. I like that. It's a trick I saw Tango Caps do the first time. He'll tell us that he got it from somebody else. I'm sure he did. But we can put the guardrails on a piece of foundation and then snap our floor, wall, roof combo in afterwards. It's a perfect fit. There's our second layer. Once again, got a tree coming right through the hole. Perfect. By placing a pillar on top, we're able to use that pillar trick and guide pieces down. Just like that. Looks like a perfect fit. And in the right place, in the corner. That thing right there. That decoration. I don't know what I was thinking. I try to do crazy things all the time, friends. But sometimes, even for me, it's like, no. That was one of those moments. It surely was. So I'm going to try to guide a pillar upwards. To take a measurement, and then I'm going to go on the top side, plant a post close to it. Now I can do that pillar trick I've been using. I'll be able to snap a long pillar to the short one right through the floor, like that. Then if I snap another short one right there, I remove the top side, and I can finish the pillar off on the ground. Right there. So it went up to the top floor and out of the way through the walkway that we have up there. want to put a gun store up here, and there's just not enough space. So I had to undo a wall, place a few floors, quick step on up. We're going to sneak in a couple of quarter floor pieces. Since the upper shack floor snaps to roofs, then we could snap the quarter floor pieces to it. There we are. We're going to sneak in some more supports here. Snapped in all by itself. Get rid of the upper part. Right in the corner, except these barricades, well, they're in the way. So I find it a little easier to force the barricades into place than I do the pillars sometimes. Let's build a custom wall. We'll do it a little bit differently. This is a version of the Wallinator 2000 where I'm just using a raised shack floor. I found this is a little bit easier when all I'm doing is just one layer of wall. So we can pre-plan the floor. When we're ready, we'll just hide a rug underneath and move the whole thing out. There it is. Another small mat. Got our weapons store. We have an opportunity on top of that flat floor up there. Yeah, it looked kind of barren. I tested to make sure that it would snap back in place before I removed it. Since I know it's an easy snap. See there? We made something special out of it pretty easily. We'll do the other one. Away we go. I like to embed cycling lights inside the trees. A lot. Maybe too much. But let's add some points of interest underneath the ground. And here we are, friends. This is our treehouse. Overlooks the valley. We have the necessary room on the lowest part of the settlement. Very well supported. But the supports are kind of out of the way, and that's what we were going for. So I spent a lot of time trying to make that happen. By the way, this is the first time I've ever seen this happen. The drill is working. It's as if a settler is there. I think that little tree made them teleport away while they were using it. So it'll be used forever. Friends, an overwhelming thank you to you. I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye now.